To see that we will die, we'll be fine.
Right, this is the Free State Province stand, and as you can see, there's a lot of optimism, a lot of jubilation that is occurring right now. Singing, dancing, this is what tourism in Durban 2013 is about. It's about heritage, it's about culture, it's about showcasing the best that South Africa has to offer. The Free State Province is going to be announcing something really interesting tomorrow, and we'll be, of course, crossing to you live when it comes to that specific announcement. But right now, everyone's focusing on culture, they're focusing on heritage sites, and that was reiterated by Tourism Minister Martinus van Schalkwyk. And heritage, in fact, is even starting to change the face of design. Joining us now is a world-renowned designer, Nkhensani Nkosi, and she joins us now live on eNCA. Nkhensani, thank you very much for joining us. Speaking of heritage and culture, you've inspired an entire line in this regard by using heritage sites.
Absolutely. We were so excited to be given this opportunity. You know, they approached a number of designers to each look at one heritage site, and ours was the Isimangaliso Wetlands Park, as well as the Table Mountain National Park. And I mean, how can you not be inspired? Isimangaliso really is about a place of awe. And I've always been inspired by motivational quotes. And I came across one which said, you know, the beauty or the mystery of life lies not in the invisible, but in the visible. And I think that's so true. When you look at the wetlands, the mystery and the magic is in what you see. You know, it's such a beautiful, awe-inspiring place with so many diverse ecosystems all coexisting. So it culminated in the design that we presented here today.
All right, what's also fascinating, because we spoke a little earlier, and you were saying it was a learning curve for you as well, and we spoke about domestic tourism and the fact that South Africans don't see South Africa enough.
Yeah, and you know what, having gone through this process of having to do the research, getting in touch with places like the wetlands, like, you know, the Table Mountain National Park, I think I'm also a culprit. We don't travel our country as we should, and we don't even know our country. You know, it takes somebody else looking at us and saying, that's a World Heritage Site. You're sitting on a unique, special place. And I think this gives us an opportunity to really get to know our country and to travel our country.
Would you say that when it comes to looking at what South African culture is about, that we are not proud enough? And this is going to be interesting to see that we're going to start marketing South Africa more from a cultural and heritage perspective than just the animals and the big five and the environmental aspects.
I definitely think that we've still got a long way to go, and maybe we're a people in healing, because we do have a bit of a low self-esteem, I think, especially because we've got such a diverse culture, such an amazing landscape, you know, for so many different kinds of or sources of inspiration. And I'm not sure if we celebrate them enough. So I do think that we need to really develop our pride so that we don't have to wait for somebody else to see what's unique and special about us. We can celebrate it ourselves.
And it's also exciting that designers are actually part of the tourism in Durban. So, you know, this in Durban is really embracing the whole notion of culture and artists and overall heritage as well. Are you planning to get involved a lot more in the sort of the tourism aspects of the country?
Well, I think in terms of our brand, that's what we've always been about, celebrating who we are, defining who we are going to become, how we negotiate a new identity. So for me, I mean, our inspiration has come from our diverse traditions, our rituals, our landscapes, our cultures, subcultures. And I think it's great that South African tourism is looking at, you know, representing our country, not just in terms of the big five, as you say, but in terms of culture, fashion. It's an aspect of who we are and how we're defining ourselves as a nation.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for joining us. Much appreciated for your time, and all the best to you, Nkhensani Nkosi, a designer and celebrating South Africa's heritage and taking that and putting it into fashion. Dudu, it's back to you.
News that moves. eNCA.com.